Hi, Danielle. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. It's so good to see you, and congratulations on another season. I love this show. I don't need to tell you that, and you're killing it as always.
Thank you.
Of course. So, the first question I want to ask you is kind of a reflective question. What has been your favorite aspect of reprising your role season after season and getting to see her evolve and grow? Because I know for films, it's like you close the book on that character, but for shows, you get to kind of catch up almost and see what she's up to when you come
Yeah.
back.
I think it's always a blessing when you get to spend time with a certain role over an extended period of time because you TV is so fast paced, that sometimes it takes time for you to feel like you're completely connected to that character and that what they would think, what they would say, what they would do in any given situation. And now that I'm season 5, or hopefully going into season 6, there's nothing about Belle that I feel I don't know, Um, it makes it easier to have discussions with the writers and the showrunners, about your character. You're just more invested in your job, when you have an opportunity to grow with a character. Like the woman I was in 2001 when I first started this job is not the woman I am today. I have grown and matured so much, and I think my character has evolved and matured and grown as well, and that's evident when you watch season after season. It's also gratifying. I am an actor that watches the show. I watch the show. I like to see everybody's work. The people that I act with, and also the camera operators and the editors and the people that are putting their time and their energy into making our show great. The directors, I like to see how the finished product came out, and there's been times that I went back to set, to one of our camera operators, and I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much. That was such a good angle. I looked so good in that. I looked so good in that
As you
scene.
should.
Thank you, Jim, for that lighting." Okay. So I am a person that absolutely watches the show, but to see just how I've grown as an actor, from season 1 to season 5, I'm proud of myself. So yeah, it's a blessing to be able to play a character for so long, and it's a blessing to be able to have a job for so long. I mean, that's just the truth of it as well. So very grateful.
Well, I've been watching since day one, so you have just been blowing
Yay.
me away since then, but you should be so proud of your work on this show. I'm so happy you get to watch it and discover, growth of your character, but also you as an actor. But I do want to go off of what you just said. You said like there's always kind of a moment or a storyline that makes you connect with your character. Can you look back and tell me what that moment was for you when you were playing Belle?
Yeah, let's see. Oh man. I really enjoyed, I think it was season 3.
Okay.
There was like a, was it season? Yeah, it was season 3. It was a 3 episode arc that had to do with Belle and one of her ex-partners and going after the guy that killed him.
Yeah.
That I think that really helped me connect to my character because for the first time in those 2, 3 seasons, it was about my character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it was written for me, and it allowed me to show different parts of what I'm able to do as an actor that I hadn't been able to show in the previous seasons. Um, and honestly, that I haven't been able to show much since then as well. I'm hoping we can get back to some of Belle's more personal
Yeah.
stories, about her family or whatever it might be, love relationship, whatever. Um, but that arc, I think, really helped me ground myself in who Belle was. Because I was able to use different parts of my emotions and my skill as an actor to like attach me to her.
Yeah.
So
I love that. And a lot of the plots obviously are inspired by real headlines, kind of ripped from the headlines for all the Law and Orders. And there's always some amazing social commentary that genuinely can impact viewers when they walk away from the show, way beyond entertainment. What do you think is the power of using TV to show these cases that don't always have a happy ending or don't always get the attention they deserve?
I mean, I think it helps people feel seen. I think it helps people. There's a true there's something righteous about telling people's stories that can't tell them for themselves, and being a conduit or a vessel to get information out in the way of art, because art speaks differently than a newscaster, or a news personality getting up, just giving you your daily news. Oh, this happened over in this part of the neighborhood, and this such and such people died, and on to the next. It's just information. There's no heart in it. You don't see how people are affected by it per se, unless somebody's doing an interview. But then they're right on to the next terrible thing that happened that day with with television and film, being able to tell these stories. You're getting a more well-rounded view of how these kind of things affect people's lives, and how detrimental some of it can be, but also how good it feels when you have a hero show up to, give you justice in this way. And I think, you know, with SVU in particular, because it's about sexual assault, a lot of their shows are about sexual assault. I do think it brings healing to a lot of people to watch these people um, be caught and thrown in jail, or, whatever it might be, whatever the consequences for their actions are. So many of us have experienced sexual abuse, and the people are still walking around today with no consequences. So I do think it's important to tell a lot of these stories and to show justice being served.
It's interesting how a show that could be considered dark offers so much hope to
Yeah,
viewers who might feel
yeah.
seen through the stories. And considering this is a system that isn't traditionally easy for women to advance in, it is so important to see you as the squad sergeant. I've been like, day one, that's one of my favorite things about your character and about the show in general. What do you think are her best leadership qualities, and what has the job taught her about herself?
Good question. I think one of Belle's best leadership qualities, especially in this season, is empowering her team to do what they know they're good at. Um, Challenging them in their personal lives to show up the way they should show up at work, and holding them accountable. That is like she holds her team accountable, but at the same time, she's a compassionate person. She listens, and she's there to support. Like, she is a ride or die. Like, she's, even when Stabler does something dumb, she's not gonna
And
leave
he
him.
does more often than not.
Right. She's not gonna leave him out there like, oh well, like, she's like, you're an idiot, but let's get it handled, because I don't want to see you be hurt. And so I think those are her leadership qualities for sure. I think the job has taught her how to value herself. I think being a Black woman in this position, she's challenged on every side, by men, by white people, by all types of people. I think they don't look at Black women and think like, it's almost like, well, what are you doing leading this task force? Like, why isn't the older white dude leading the task force? So I think she's learned to value herself in even a deeper way through navigating this and having the success that she's had with the squad, and the losses that the people who have passed away, under her watch. I think all of it has helped her really trust herself, and value what she has to offer, and know that she knows what she's doing, and she's the best person to lead the squad.
She is. She is. I love that. The last question I have for you is what episode this season are you most excited for fans to see? And can you give me a little teaser about it? I know you obviously can't say too much, but just a
Yeah,
little
no,
something
I'm
about why it's
like,
your favorite.
I'm trying to think about what episode because we shot it a while ago. So now I'm
Mhm.
like, dude, I don't even know. Um, you know, I know this is gonna sound so like you just said this because you don't remember which episode, but episode one is really good.
It is. Seen it. It is.
Yeah,
Give it some credit. Yes.
episode one is really good. Like we, I call our show like the little engine that could. Like we really are. Like we just be like chugging along, like choo choo. Like no matter what happens to us, we're just gonna keep going. We have had all these showrunners. Things have changed for us so much. 8 episodes, 22 episodes, 22 episodes, 13 episodes, 10 episodes. Like and we just have to be ready,
Yeah.
for whatever is thrown at us. And that's why I say, like, we have the best cast. We have the best cast. We have the best crew. We are the shit because I don't know if any other show could go through all the changes that we have, Um, and so I say all this to say, like the order that we had to shoot things in was weird. Like it was just the strike. It was just a lot that we had to go through. And that first episode was not shot first. So, anyway, our production in general is just like we're amazing. And so that first episode is really good. It's really
Mhm.
good. And the fact that we were able to like have shot all this other stuff prior and then go back and shoot this first episode
Yeah.
and still have it be believable as a first episode is a huge feat for
Yeah.
us. So I'm proud of our little engine and we just gonna keep chugging along.
I love you're not allowed to go anywhere, Danielle. You and the rest of the cast, I'm giving you your flowers. I'm giving everyone over there your flowers.
Thank you.
Honestly, it's incredible what you guys do, and I can't wait to hopefully speak with you again for season 6.
Yes, yes,
We'll
hopefully
talk
so.
again soon. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Danielle.
Bye. Thank you,
Appreciate you.
Sophia.
Bye.
Fanboys, professional artists, and professors. Maybe a nerd who's just like you, talking about the things that you like too. So I invite you to the NOC. In full color, you see me. The Hard Knock